Welcome to day 27 of 100 Days of Automation. Today we are going to generate presentations automatically. Presentations are a great way to report our findings in a concise form. For part 3 of Opportunity Analysis System, we are going to take Shopify data and then create a presentation out of it. So let's see how it works. First, we'll go to Craftar, and here I have an automation that can automatically generate presentations. So what we can do is we'll click on Save, and then we'll publish, and now we'll click Run API in browser. As soon as we do that, we can see that our response is an S3 file, which is a presentation file. So I'll click on my presentation here. We can see that our presentation is ready with just one click. We can see the keyword distribution of the app, customer privacy, and we can observe that the customer's keyword, banner keyword, CCPA, OPT, and details were mentioned more frequently than others in the description of the product. Let's see how this works. Inside Craftar, we can see that first we get the data from our Airtable base, and then we pick a random item from the list. So if we look at our Airtable base, we can see what data we'll get. So we have product name, product image, and full description, which is very huge, and we'll use this to extract all the keywords. This is the image that shows up in our presentation over here, and this is the name. Now if we go back to Craftar, we can see that all of the process here is to extract product name from Airtable, product description, as well as product image. Till this point, we have extracted all the data that we need to generate our presentation. Then we use some of the new blocks in Craftar. So the first block is create new presentation. It takes in some metadata like the author, company, subject, and we can see some of this data in our presentation. So if I go to file, I can see the author, title over here. So this is used to populate all of that metadata. The next is set presentation layout. This takes in a layout. I chose 16:9, but you can give all of these options, and you can also define a custom layout width and height. And it returns presentation data, which we'll use to connect to the next block. The next block is create new slide. So we can create as many slides as we want. For this use case, I just needed one slide, so there's just one block. But what this block does, it takes in the background color as well as the default text color. And you can also set an image as a background, and it generates a slide in our presentation. Then it returns both the slide data and the presentation data. Next, we add a text, which is going to be the name of our app. As you can see, product name. And then this text has a lot of various configurations that we can do. So we can provide the X value of its location, the Y value. So if I go back to my presentation, we can see that the X is 0.5 and the Y is 0.35. So this is how we configure where the text will appear. We can give the alignment, bold or italic, color, and so on. You can even define font face, etc. Then we extract the product image. Now we use the product image that we've gotten from Airtable to add an image to our slide. So in this block, we give the X value, the Y value of how far is it and where is it located, and we also give the width and height of our image. After that, we take the product description that we got from Airtable, and we use our NLP block to extract keywords from it. So if I look at the output of this, we get all the keywords in our block. Now, we also marked allow duplicates. So this allows us to do a count of how frequently a certain word is coming. And again, there's another block, get word distribution. It takes in the words that we got from our keywords, how many max words do we want, and then it counts them. So this is how the output looks like. So I can see Google appeared 9 for this product that I'm looking at, products appeared 5 times, free listing appeared 4 times, and so on. And if I look at words, I only get the list of words, and counts has the list of counts, which can be very useful for plotting a chart. And finally, we have this block, add chart to slide. So here we can give the name of our chart. So this shows up in our chart over here. We can also give the labels and values, so we connect them to the words and counts respectively. We also get the X and Y values, and then we set the width and height to be 9 and 4. And finally, we can choose what type of chart we want. So I can choose among all of these options. I chose bar because it fit perfectly. And I can choose bar 3D, and I'll show how that works. And you can define a color for it and so on. Then our final block is called save presentation. It takes the final presentation data and saves it to S3. And we get the final S3 URL as our output. So now I'll click on play, and let's see this in action once more. So we get Airtable data. Then we choose a random item from Airtable. So you can see we get only one item here. Then we set product name, product description, and product image. Finally, we create a new presentation. Then we set the presentation layout. We create a new slide. We add text to our slide, which is our product name. We add an image, which is our product image. We add a product description, and we get all of the keywords and the distribution. And finally, we add a chart to our slide, and we save our presentation to S3. So now if I copy my file URL and open it in a new browser, we get the slide. I'll open it, and here we can see we got a 3D bar graph this time. And the name was different because we chose it randomly. So we can see that the shop channel was the most used keyword in the product description. Awesome. So with one click, we were able to take data out from Airtable that we had stored in our previous automations. We use that data to create a new presentation from scratch automatically, and we deploy it as an API. So we can now call this whenever we want with new data and get as many presentations as we want. This was day 27 of 100 days of automation. We created an automation to generate presentations. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.